Presenting the CW Crew.
Hey everybody, John FOSS. I am very excited to be talking with Jerry Springer about season 2 of Judge Jerry, which is airing right now here in the Twin Cities at 10 and 10:30 weekdays. Jerry, thank you so much for being with us, and tell us what we're going to see here in season 2.
Well, what you're going to see is a mixture of always trying to find the just answer in a case, but also having a little bit of fun as well. In other words, I can't help joking around a little bit, so I will be doing that. And some of the cases we have and the characters of the people that are filing the cases and defending the cases, that'll probably by itself be worth watching. In 2 weeks, the plaintiffs and defendants are going to be coming from the Minneapolis area. Love your city. And so we're coming out there. Now, we're going to do it virtually. So because of the pandemic, I'm going to be here in the courtroom in Stamford, Connecticut. But the plaintiff and the defendants, they're going to be from, as I said, the Minneapolis area. But when you watch it on television, you're not going to be able to tell that we're not in the same courtroom.
Yes, and we love that you are here virtually here in Minneapolis. Tell us why you chose Minneapolis.
Well, that's, you guys, you're middle America. You're the heartland. You get really authentic people there. It's not just the bells and the whistles it's just down to earth, real Americans. I love the place. You're very lucky to be from there or living there. And so we'll see what regular people are thinking and talking about, and what's, in these particular cases, what's making them upset and how they deal with it. We'll probably see better manners than we get. Minneapolis, nice.
And you guys are doing this obviously because of the pandemic, but do you think long term this may be the future of courtrooms? Do you think Judge Jerry may be starting a new trend?
I would obviously prefer to be right there with the plaintiff and the defendant. There's an element of connection that is still hard to perfect through the camera. I hope that isn't the case. But in cases where you can't be together and we can reach people that we otherwise couldn't reach, then, the virtual cases are, a godsend. But, I'm looking forward to the time when people can be in the same room together again.
We are in the midst of a presidential election. You have a very popular political podcast, so you are kind of a political expert. What do you think is going to happen here in the next couple months here in the United States? What's your prediction on the 2020 election?
The election, whichever side you're on, the election is clearly going to be a referendum on Trump. That's what people are going to be making their decision. And right now, all the polls show that about 95% of the people have already made up their mind and have no chance of changing their mind. They are committed and they're saying that's it. So normally what happens in the last few weeks, you really go to try to get those other votes. But I think most people have already made up their mind. So now the most important thing is to get out and vote and plan it. You either plan it by getting your mail-in ballots now and getting those sent in time so they will be counted before the election day, they'll get in there timely. And if you're not going to do the mail-in, then show up in person. And if necessary, be willing to stand in line if there's a big crowd, and bring your masks. But you got to vote. I'm 76 years old, and I can tell you there has never, ever, ever in my 76-year lifetime been a more important election than this one. This is really about the future of the country. And, in some respects, whether we're still going to have a country as we imagined it and hoped to have. So getting out and voting is critical. So please do that.
Is there any part of you that wishes this presidential election cycle specifically that you would have stepped in and ran for president? Because the precedent has already been set that a president can be a TV star. Do you wish that you would have thrown your hat in the ring? You're a very likable person. You have the background for politics. You've been a mayor. Do you wish you would have jumped in this time around?
Well, I have two answers to that. First of all, I'm not sure that Trump is a great example of, gee, let's get someone from television to be president, because I think we saw how that turned out. But I can't run for president. I was born in England. In fact, I left England when I found out I couldn't be king. I was really ticked off. So no, even though I'm really fascinated by it and I love it, and that is where my real passion is. Other than with my family, my passion is politics, and I've got pretty strong views about it. But no, I can't be president, and there are a lot of your viewers right now that are breathing a sigh of relief upon hearing that. They don't have to be afraid. I can't be your president.
Well, Jerry Springer, I can tell you that you are king of the CW Twin Cities because, like I said, Season 2, Judge Jerry, airing right now at 10 and 10:30 on the CW Twin Cities, and we also still run the Jerry Springer Show later in the day.
Yeah, all Jerry all the time. God bless you.
Absolutely, that's how we do it. Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks, John.
See more of this story at thecwtc.com and like, follow, subscribe to, and love the CW Crew.